When all the races canceled, I switched from marathon training mode to off-season mode. And with that, one of the things that I wanted to address was leg strength training. Now, I'm not a coach or a trainer or anything like that. And of course, I didn't do something simple and sensible like use a plan written or made by a coach or a trainer. And instead of telling you like, this is what I do, so you should do it too, I'm going to commentate on what I'm doing and you can take it or leave it. But this is something that I've been doing. So here it is. So the first thing that I do is squats. Everything that we're going to do in this routine is going to be body weight based only. You don't need to be in a gym. The whole routine takes less than 6 minutes, and that's the idea. I found that with strength training, I found like sitting down for like a 30-minute session was like too much. So I wanted it short. So first I start off with 10 sets of squats, and then from there I go right into single leg lunges, 10 on each side. The whole circuit that we're going to be doing here is going to be with no breaks. So you go immediately from one to the next. And so none of the exercises in and of themselves is all that difficult, but like put together by the end, I feel like it's a pretty good workout. So we're finishing 10 on the left leg, and now we're going to 10 on the right leg. I never like lifting weights in the gym for legs, and so now I don't even have access to a gym anymore. So this body weight exercise, those things work out for me. From the single leg lunges, I then move to the single leg deadlifts, and I have really terrible balance, as is apparent here. And I've tried a whole bunch of different ways of trying to do these things so that I don't topple over. And right now, kind of like doing this like Superman thing, like butterfly, whatever you want to call it, is like the way that tends to give me the most balance. Sometimes I do it where I like lean like the opposite arm down and point it down and like kind of almost touch my toes. Other times I like really reach out, more of like a traditional Superman pose. And so I'll do that too. But like no matter what I do, I kind of topple over a little bit. Believe it or not, this is me having gotten a little bit better at it. So yeah, I have to really work on balance, but I'm hoping this helps out with it. In the beginning, and even probably right now, I'm spending more of my like leg energy. Look, I almost fell over. More of my leg energy focusing on balancing, but I feel like that's okay too. Eventually, once the balance works itself out, then I will be able to focus more on like the deadlift part of the exercise. Although I feel that too, like the following days from doing this, definitely feel it in the hamstrings. Now from the single leg deadlifts, I go to an attempt at a pistol squat. And here again, you can see my spectacular sense of core strength and balance coming into play. This is, I think, pretty good progress for me. I used to not really be able to bend down that far at all, but now I'm doing 10 again on each side. There's 10 of everything, whether it's a double leg exercise or single leg, 10 of everything. And now I'm switching to the right leg, and I'm kind of getting down for 10 of those. I think my right leg's a little bit stronger than my left. I'm getting a little bit lower on these. Ultimately, I'd like for my like extended leg to be a little bit straighter as well. But for now, I'm just kind of just picking it up and working on that. I think, again, that's a flexibility issue why that other leg can't like stick out very far. But I try to do 10 each of those. And then the overall goal with this circuit is for me to do it at least once at a time at a couple different parts per day. Because it's so short, I can kind of just like, drop and do a set of it. And I like to do, like the first time I do it, I like to do 2 circuits in a row and then try to sneak in a third throughout the day. Or if I can, just do like one at one point during the day. I'm trying to do this circuit at least once a day. None of it's so hard that like the next day I'd really feel it like I'd had a leg workout, so like I could still have a harder run even if I've done 2 sets of it in a day or even 3. From the pistol leg squats, I go into lateral lunges. And so these are more for stretching than they seem to be for strength. I don't really feel like I'm getting a huge like workout from this exercise, but I do feel it like in the inner thigh and like in the groin. And so I feel like it's a pretty good like stretch, strengthens those muscles as well. I found that on days where I do 3 of these, like 3 circuits of this, the following day I'll definitely feel it in my hamstrings. I'll feel it like throughout the day in my hamstrings as I'm just walking around. But usually I kind of loosen up after the first mile or so. On days where I'm just doing like 1 set of it during the day, the following day I don't really feel it too bad. I feel like I've done work, but I don't feel like it's impacting my run at all. So I feel pretty good that it's actually like has an impact on me. From the lateral lunges, then I go to reverse lunges, I think they're called. So instead of like lunging forward, I'm starting in this position and kind of like moving my leg back. So it's like a reverse lunge of doing 10 of each of these. I feel like it just works a slightly different part of the legs than the forward lunges do. So I like to kind of end on this one. I feel like maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I feel like I'm also feeling it a bit in the hamstring as I'm doing this one. So that's the routine. If I can, I'll do it 2 times in a row, but if I can't, because maybe like the kids are bugging me or there's just other stuff going on during the day, then I only do it the 1 time. But that's what I've been doing. I don't think it's perfect, but for my level of kind of balance, core strength, and other kind of leg strength, it seems to be something that like I enjoy, not just because it's easy, but I enjoy because it's easy, doable, just like at random points throughout the day. But also I do feel like I'm getting a little bit of a workout. So that's what I've been doing. If you have any questions about it, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you're a trainer and are appalled by it, I know, and I'm sorry. Any tips, like not too many tips, but like be gentle, would be appreciated in terms of what I can do to this to kind of tweak it. But I just like that it's like 1 circuit, no resting. You do it, you go, and then you're done. And you can kind of do it throughout the day if you want to do that and kind of just sprinkle them around. Because I don't really want to have like a dedicated like leg day. And I don't have weights. I can't do really box jumps. So like this is what I got. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Anyway, that's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. And I hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?
Get out of the way.